What's up, you beautiful people of planet Earth? This is SgtGnome here, coming at you with a video talking about what games I have on my Nintendo Switch. Now, I got my Nintendo Switch a little bit after launch. If you saw my previous video I have on my channel, why I canceled my pre-order was because of, at the time, money was tight and there weren't really a bunch of engaging games at release. I mean, there was Zelda, but that was pretty much it for me. So I had purchased mine on Amazon a few months afterwards, and then I had to hold on to it, the box glaring at me for months until my birthday in September, when I was able to take it and actually use it for the first time. So since that time of last year, I've accumulated quite a few games, so I just want to go over them and show you what I got, give you a little bit of snippet on how much I enjoyed it, and if any recommendations, and yeah, let's get into it. So let's go to the All Software and start with Overcooked 2 and Okami. These are two games I purchased yesterday. I have yet to play either of them yet, but I've seen great reviews on Overcooked 2. It's more like Overcooked 1, and I'm looking forward to it. It's a good co-op game. And Okami, the last time I played it was the Wii port, and that was the first time I played it, but I never beat it. Look forward to a review of Okami. It'll be, whenever it gets done, whenever I beat the game. I know this game is longer, but I will get around to it, so look forward to a review on this one. Flint Hook. Flint Hook was something I've been interested in. It looked cool. A little like roguelike. You go through pirate ships and you collect treasure, fight monsters, and it's kind of procedurally generated. It's cool. I got it on sale and I had some credit, so I spent like $4 on it. But I would say it's worth the $14.99 price tag here, even at full price. It's fun. I've been playing it a little bit more. We got here Mega Man Legacy Collection 2. I enjoyed this. I have a big soft spot for Mega Man 8. That was like the only Mega Man game I ever owned growing up on the PlayStation 1, and I was terrible at it at the time. I don't even think I can remember beating maybe 5 or 6 of the Robot Masters when I was a kid. So I really enjoyed this pack. 9 and 10 were good. 7 I didn't think was that great. But yeah, this overall Mega Man Collection 1 and 2 are worth it. Kirby Star Allies. I talked about this a lot in my recent video. I thought it was fine. $60. I didn't care. It's a AAA game. It was easy, but then again, I'm an adult as well as many of you probably watching, and it's not meant for us. But I enjoyed it. I like Kirby and I like Nintendo games. Enter the Gungeon, another solid roguelike dungeon crawler, a million weapons. I haven't played it in co-op. I'm sure it's better in co-op, but I've kind of got burnt out on it. I honestly am taking a break from like roguelike dungeon crawler or procedurally generated, like the types of games you can never really beat. I guess you kind of can with this one, but the ones that like never end, I'm kind of over. Like I want to have my games to be beaten and complete. Well, I mean, with some exceptions. But overall, it's a good game. I haven't played the new update pack that came out with it, but I did download the update. Fortnite, honestly, the first time I've ever played this game was on Switch. I have like 5 hours on it. I don't play it really at all. I just wanted to try it out because I never played it before on PC and everything, and just see what all the big hubbub was. I mean, it's fine. I prefer PUBG more, and even with PUBG, I've played it maybe 9 hours. Xenoblade Chronicles 2, it's a good JRPG. I beat the game in about 55 hours, so that means that, I didn't do a lot, but that's okay with me. I got content with my 55 hours. My only complaint is like, I'm not a huge JRPG guy, so this is like the first JRPG I've played in a long time, and I'm not really a big fan of all the overly fan-serviced sections and the super hyper anime parts. Like I wasn't a big fan of that, but overall, like, it was fun. The game gets better as you get further, so I can't understand this being a hard sell to some people because it takes a solid 20 plus hours to get good. But yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it. Mega Man Legacy Collection 1, great. I enjoyed all 6 of them. I don't think I would have been able to beat any of these if it wasn't for that rewind feature. I love that rewind feature. It's great. Splatoon 2, another great game. It's like a Splatoon 1.5. I played the single player, dabbled with the multiplayer a little bit. Haven't really gotten into it too much. I've just been so busy, and there's so many games that come out. I haven't really dedicated a lot of time to this. Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. It's a fun game. 100%ed it, completed everything you can in the game, 3-starred, got all the, everything that's in the game I picked up and got. It took about 15 hours, maybe, or less to do all that. So it's not a long game, but for $40, it's a fun little side game. Hollow Knight, I really enjoyed. This is the first time playing it, heard great reviews, took me about 18 hours, got 70% complete. Metroidvania type game. I mean, I wouldn't really call it Dark Soulsy. I mean, yeah, the element of dying and have to pick up your stuff, but I overall didn't find the game too incredibly difficult. I mean, there were some parts I got frustrated, but overall not terribly difficult. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, I mean, I feel like pretty much everybody who owns a Switch has this game. It's a great single-player game, multiplayer game, one of the best Mario Kart games made. You know, it was this game and another one on my list that I will tell you when I get to it were my first two Nintendo Switch games. This being this one and one more later, I'll tell you. Sonic Mania. Another great game. I was kind of iffy about bidding it because I like Sonic, but for whatever reason, I didn't get it on launch. It took forever to get it, but I beat it and I enjoyed it. I have not played any of the free update DLC, and I didn't get the Mania Plus. I don't know if I will. Bomb Chicken. Fun thing about this, I was able to buy it and download it a week early or so because of that little glitch where it popped up early, so I had played it way in advance. It's cool. It's fun. I think it's a little short for being $15. You can beat the whole game in like 3-4 hours. It's cool for what it is and it's fun, but just be aware it's a really short game. Musinks. This game is not for everybody. It is a rhythm button matching game. The music in the game reminds me a lot of like Dance Dance Revolution and Korean and Japanese type rhythm games where, you know, everything's kind of J-poppy and techno and ravey. I enjoyed it because I love rhythm games. I'm huge on DDR, Rock Band, Guitar Hero. I love all of that. So this game I really enjoyed. Saw a lot of reviews that hyped it up for me. So I picked it up. $30 is steep, I think, but there are a lot of tracks. Owlboy, I honestly was really disappointed in this. It was cool, but it was so short, and it was $25, and it took me 4 or 5 hours to beat the game. But the pixel art looked nice, but other than that, the gameplay and everything was just kind of I wish I would have gotten it on sale, to be honest. Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy. Loved it. Played Crash, all 3 Crashes, Crash Team Racing, and all that growing up. Absolutely loved them, so I was excited to pick this up on the Switch. I didn't 100% all 3 of them, but I did beat all 3 of them and do a fair amount of the extra crystals and things. I played about 16 hours or so. Night in the Woods. Heard great things about it. We were kind of interested. It's another one of those like walking simulator, pretty much 100% story based. It's conversation type game. It was fine. After this game, I'm kind of taking a long break on those type of games. I find that when I play them, I'm more concerned about just finishing it than actually enjoying them a lot. So kind of like all the Telltale games. I used to play them when they came out, like Walking Dead and Wolf Among Us and all those, but I've just kind of gotten over that genre. Not saying they're bad, just me personally, I don't really care for that genre much anymore. Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition. I picked this up because I never played it on the Wii U, and it looked interesting. I'm not a big Dynasty Warriors guy, and if you don't like repetition, you will not like this game. It is very much the same thing over and over and over and over again at nauseum. To 100% this game, it'd probably take over 100 hours to do everything because it's very grindy. All I did is dove through the single player, and just doing the single player took 20 hours. So it is a long game. There's a lot of content here if you like that. And it's Zelda themed, so that's cool. Human Fall Flat. I bought this game for my niece. She really likes it, and when she comes over, we play it co-op. I honestly have only played this game in co-op and not single player because the little gummy physics are frustrating. But she enjoys it, and I enjoy playing it with her, and that's the only time I ever boot it up. Stick Bowl, the Dodgeball Adventure Deluxe. This game is really fun. Actually, I think it was Outside Xbox, that channel that sold me on this game. It looked really fun. I played it with friends like once and then a lot with my wife, but I haven't played it since, and I would wish. It's a really good party game. I would like to boot it up at some point in the future with my friends, but I haven't really found an opportunity to. Celeste. It was cool. I enjoyed it. Really difficult platformer, probably very difficult to 100%. But yeah, it's a good game. I highly recommend it. Yeah, that's all I have to say about Celeste. Wild Guns Reloaded. Super overpriced. It's $30. But it's really cool because apparently it's a very difficult Super Nintendo game to find. I bought this game thinking it was another game. I forget the name of the title, and you're probably going to shoot me in the comments, but it's like, it was an arcade cabinet game, and it was multiplayer, and you rode horses, and you were cowboys, and some other thing. For whatever reason, I can't think of the name, and I thought that's what this was. It's not. Wild Guns is still really fun, though. It's like a Super Nintendo kind of like shooter-y, arcadey type game. It's fun, though, but not $30 worth it to me. Super Mario Odyssey, of course, amazing. It was my Switch Game of the Year last year. Highly enjoyed it, 100%ed it. Took about 35 hours. Yeah, I can really say nothing bad about the game. The game's phenomenal. Puyo Puyo Tetris. This was the other game that I had mentioned earlier with Mario Kart 8, were my first two games on the Switch. I love Tetris. I've pretty much had a copy or form of Tetris on almost every console I've owned. I really enjoy it. I never had really played Puyo Puyo, and after beating the game, I still don't really like the Puyo Puyo. I'm more of a Tetris guy. I'm just not good at it. But overall, it's a really good game. Again, with the storyline, it's really too chibi for me, but just to have a Tetris game, this is a really, really good pack. Oxenfree, another one of those games that's been highly reviewed and requested. PlayStation Access talks about it all the time. I picked it up for $5 on sale. It was fun for what it was, but again, like Night in the Woods, it's another one of those. It's strictly story-based, conversational, walking. And if you like that kind of stuff, great. But for me, I'm taking a long break on these types of games now because they're I've kind of gotten over them. Lego City Undercover. I had this game on the Wii U, and I had never beat it because the Wii U version had horrendous load times. Absolutely horrible load times. And other stuff was coming out, and I kind of just put it aside, and it got lost in the wayside, and then I eventually kind of lost interest on it. So I ended up selling it when I had the Wii U. But I picked up this, and it went on sale, and it was like $15. So I was like, sure. And I beat it, and I enjoyed it. It's good. If you like Lego games and you like something different, something single player that's not just all the movie tie-ins, it's a good buy. Breath of the Wild. I had gotten this as a birthday gift last year from my brother. I enjoyed it. It's not my favorite Zelda. I think it is very overrated, but not saying it's a bad game. It's a great game, but when I say overrated, I just mean like it's not a 10 out of 10 for me personally. I put about 35 hours into it. I have a friend that's put in over 200, you know. It is what it is. I really thought the Divine Beasts were kind of lame. I wish there were kind of more traditional dungeons. That's just me. L.A. Noire is one of my favorite games of last generation, in my top 10 games last generation, so of course I wanted to pick this up again. Just as enjoyable this time on the Switch. Playing it in a handheld was cool with the little touchscreen options. And having all the DLC included is nice as well. It sucks that this game does have a Switch tax. Even digitally, it's still $50 instead of $40. But I would recommend this game. It's a really good game. It is mature, so just be aware of that. And then I'll just lump all of these into one. Metal Slug 1, 2, X, and 3. I love the Metal Slug games. They're some of my go-tos when I go to the arcade. They're fun. The art style, the sprites, they're just so chaotic and crazy, and I love them. They're $7.99 a piece on the eShop. So it's kind of expensive, but it's not too terribly expensive. My only gripe with this is that I wish Hamster, the people who do all these ports, would have fixed up the frame rate issues, because they just pretty much straight ported the game over. They didn't fix anything. It's just like, I guess you can call it authentic, air quote, but Metal Slug 2 chugs no matter what you're doing in that game. It's running at like 10 FPS or less. It is bad. That's what Metal Slug X is. It was kind of a fix of 2. It fixed some of the frame rate, added new levels, some variations. 1's classic. It's the shortest of the bunch, and then 3 is just crazy. Bayonetta 1 and 2. These were the first times I'd ever played them. They always looked great. I really enjoy Platinum Games and the hack and slash types. Loved both of these. I think they're both great in their own regards. Bayonetta 1, I think, is a little more difficult than 2. And is a little more darker and kind of more, it reminded me more of Devil May Cry, and Bayonetta 2 kind of, lightened it up, was a little easier, a lot flashier. It was really cool. I really enjoyed both. I highly recommend both. Then I go Overcooked 1. Played this a little bit more with my friends, and then I would bring over my Switch to play it, and then my friend bought it, so I didn't really have a need to bring it over anymore because it was already there. But yeah, it's a great couch co-op game, really hectic. Don't play with people that aren't good, because it's really frustrating if you've been a gamer your whole life and you're playing with, I guess, casuals, because they don't know what they're doing. We can get through like the first 3 or 4 missions, and then after that, can't even beat a level with people. But yeah, Sonic Forces. I bought this out of morbid curiosity. I saw the reviews. I saw it's been getting meh reviews. I just really enjoyed Sonic. I wanted to try it for myself. I got it on sale for like $20, and it is meh, like just like the reviews said. It didn't cause me to die inside. It wasn't great. It was just it was Sonic. That's all it was. Perception. I picked this up because it always looked really interesting to me. The fact it's a horror game and you play as a blind woman and you have to use like echolocation to see. That concept's really cool. I bought the game pretty much on the concept alone. The gameplay overall, it's not a super long game. It's like a 3 or 4 hour game, maybe 5 if you really take time to explore. But it was cool. I would recommend to get it on sale. I bought it on the premise alone. The gameplay is just kind of alright. But yeah, it's cool. It's a unique experience. Resident Evil Revelations 2. I had this game on the Xbox 360. So this is like the one game I kind of regret buying on here, only strictly because I already own it on a console, which I have right now on my Xbox One. That's the only reason. It is a great game. I recommend you buy it. But for me personally, I was like, why did I buy this on the Switch? I already have it at home and I can just boot it up literally at any time and play it. So, with that being said, that's why I didn't pick up Resident Evil Revelations 1, because I have that on my PC and I had beaten it within the last year, so I was like, I'm not going to buy it again and spend another $20. I already have it. Fast RMX, great kind of... It really scratches the itch for F-Zero. It's fun, it looks gorgeous, it's a really fast-paced racer. It is really difficult. I feel like the AI has like a really strong rubber banding effect. You pretty much, in order to get first place on most races, you have to be flawless, don't crash, boost as much as you can, take corners sharp. It's difficult, but it's really cool, really flashy, and fun. And then Super Beat Sports. This game is created by Harmonix, and I am kind of a Harmonix fanboy, because they created, the first 2 Guitar Heroes. They created the Rock Band series, and I'm just, like I've said before, I'm a huge rhythm gamer. So I was like, yeah, I'll pick this up. It was okay. It was really simple and basic. If you're not really into rhythm games, I wouldn't really recommend it. Because beyond that, it's the little alien chime things whenever you hit can get kind of annoying. But overall, yeah. And then Hulu, which I haven't even used. I've just downloaded it. And yeah, that is it. That is my Switch. And I've actually gone full digital this time around. So that's why if you've noticed, like, how do you have 2 and not 1? Well, because I only downloaded 2. I have a couple SD cards. I got a 200 gig one and a 128 gig one. So that's how I've been able to keep all these games on here. And yes, that's it. Thank you guys for watching. I enjoyed making this video and showing you what's on my Switch. Look in the description. I have a link to my website for SgtGeeks.com. That's where me and my friends, we started up this new site. We have reviews and opinions and editorials and all this cool stuff. It just opened up, so it's kind of barren, but I would appreciate the feedback and the look into it. Don't forget to comment and like and subscribe, and post in the comments section of what games do you have on your Switch. Do you have anything on here? Do you recommend games to me? I'd like to know. Thank you, and have a great day. And